comes the shop talk. Here comes the shop talk. Here comes the shop talk. It's time for shop talk, and yeah, you know the deal. Chillin' with the smoke fellas, and yeah, we keep it real. Lucky Lefty, Ben, and KDL. Sit down for lady talk with smoke angels as well. Sit down and watch the shop talk. Sit down, here comes the shop talk. Go ahead, puff the cigars. If you ain't ready for us, come enjoy the shop talk.
Welcome back. Humidor Shop Talk, Smoke Fellas in the building. Whole bunch going on this week. Of course, NBA Finals. A bunch of dumb shit was being said. Me and Kev had a long conversation about it. What were we talking about, bro?
We're talking about Jason Witlock, who's on Fox Sports 1. And he said some dumb shit this week. LeBron James, the night before the finals, had his LA crib vandalized. They spray painted the N-word on his gate. Now his house is in Brentwood, like same OJ area, right? So it's racist.
Problem right
it's
there.
racist. Yeah, but you know he got money.
Yeah.
Crib in Brentwood. So they spray painted the N-word. Now he wasn't there. Obviously he's in Oakland, right? So Jason Witlock comes on Fox Sports 1 with Colin. He says,
you know, I think it's a disrespectful inconvenience for LeBron James.
LeBron James shouldn't have said what he said, right? His response to racism. He said he shouldn't have said what he said because he doesn't experience racism because he has money. A statement like that should have only went to the poor in America who really experiences racism. That's what he really said. Now, I think it was ridiculous, and Jason Witlock has been an idiot ever since KC. I went to school in Kansas City, and he used to work for the Kansas City Star. He was the Jay Mariotti of the Kansas City Star. He was shock value, said a lot of stuff, right? But I just found it, and I want to see what y'all thought about it. I found this ridiculous, man, and I found it black on black crime. Or, excuse me, black on black racism. This is why I say that. If you have a platform that Jason Witlock has, and he has a platform that he's one of the few black journalists that has a platform to speak on anything. Anything happening, racism, anything. And he chose to go at LeBron instead of applauding LeBron for speaking of racism.
Could it be it was like being mentioned, it was kind of taken out. Maybe he should have said it a little different, because I think the point he's making is that poor blacks experience a different form of racism from rich blacks, right? It's a whole totally different thing. No one looks at LeBron like a thug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not racially profiled.
And he's still a black man.
Well, no, I'm not. Well, what he said was stupid. So, but maybe he should have just, if he'd have twisted some words, you know, you could say something, maybe one or two words, and make that sentence sound a little better. But now it's all flipped out of context. I don't think he was saying that racism doesn't exist. I know everybody going at him, but you know, I'm just trying to, you know, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm just saying maybe the man meant, and he got a point. You know what I mean? Like, if you a rich black, you famous, everybody know your face. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jordan. Do we experience any form of racism?
He can. Look, man, it ain't about racism. It's a black man in America, and they're in Brentwood. They're letting you know that you're still a black man in America.
Shock value. Why? Who cares? Like you said, he's been doing this ever since
KC. Man.
Since you was back in school back in '79. So Back in '79.
I got a degree to say 94 on it.
So you say,
I've been in school that long.
but the thing is, Jason just says stuff just to get the shock value, so people will be looking at his blogs, people will tune into his show, saying stupid stuff. Just like Jay, we know Jay Mariotti said some stupid stuff over the years.
He did. He
So
did
this
the
is
exact
just
same
shock
thing.
value. Now it got us all talking.
Here's the
Got us
problem,
all
man.
talking.
What you think about this, man?
Well, what Jason don't understand is LeBron wasn't speaking on LeBron. LeBron is speaking for his son. If his son is driving down in rural Mississippi, just say in a Chevy Impala, don't nobody know that's LeBron James' son, the millionaire son. He's going to experience probably some racism. So that's what LeBron is speaking at. Yeah, LeBron technically doesn't see racism on an everyday basis, but say Bill Cosby wanted to buy NBC, they said no, Bill, black in America, you can't do that. So he experienced racism at a high level. LeBron saying the same thing. I grew up with
different
racism.
levels of it.
Yeah, I got that money, but I know it's still racism exists. I'm not gonna sell my people out and say, oh, well, since I'm famous, I don't experience racism. I make millions of dollars.
Like Lil Wayne done that.
Recently stirring controversy on Fox Sports when he said he personally doesn't see racism because so many of his fans are white.
I thought that was clearly a message that there was no such thing as racism.
What LeBron said was the hardest job in America is being a black man in America, right? Jason Witlock shitted on him. LeBron said, I have to explain to my kids the night before the finals
What happened?
that this is what happens in America. He was like, luckily my family wasn't there, wasn't nobody hurt or nothing. But his point was, this is what's still happening in America. We can't escape this as black men in America, regardless how famous you are, regardless how rich you are. That was his point. So, in my eyes, for Jason Witlock to shit on that, it's ridiculous. Because you're one of, like, you can name your Stephen A. Smith, your Michael Wilbons, your Jason Whitlocks, it's only a few black journalists that have a platform to speak on whatever. Regardless of what happens in the country, whether it's racism,
It was definitely wrong words, but like being said, like it's entertaining. You got to come from another side of it. You got to come from another side,
man. These are serious issues, man. This is racism.
I get what he's saying.
What side is he coming from?
I don't think he said at any point that racism doesn't exist.
He said
he never said
it
that.
doesn't exist for LeBron James. He said it himself. He said it doesn't exist for LeBron James, myself. You know, we're successful and we got money. But it doesn't mean you're not a black man in America. So Jason Witlock drive his 400-pound ass down in Mississippi with a famous car.
Did you know he's 400 pounds?
Yeah, look at him. But if he drives his ass down to Mississippi and he has a tail light out, he's gonna experience racism.
Yeah, definitely.
in
But
America.
he's not.
And it doesn't matter. They're not gonna know he got money and none of that.
Well, the thing
He's gonna.
I applaud LeBron, like you said, he didn't have to say anything about it because he
did.
is LeBron James.
He could have left it alone.
You're
right.
I mean, he could have just left it alone, played it low key, and kept what could have been a distraction. You know, you could say going into the finals. Could have did that.
Well, I think LeBron
That's why he
should
should
say something about it. He's one of the biggest sports figures in America. You won't sit back and not say nothing that happened to you and your children. You see that? You got to speak on it. Whether you make $1 million or you make $1, you got to speak on racism.
So he took the money. He didn't go to Michael Jordan.
Which is why he should have been applauded and not shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Right.
If y'all don't notice, I'm trying to make a point over here. I'm trying to make a point. He didn't take the Jordan.
He poking y'all with the Jordan thing. But let's speaking of it, hey, it was the day before the NBA Finals, and the Finals kicked off. And Golden State got the blowout for the first win. A lot of Golden State,
Cleveland got blasted. Let's just say it.
so-called Golden State fans are a little excited and happy, and damn, they're playing with themselves. They all up in there. But look, so let's talk about it. So we're looking at the NBA. Golden State was the first team to go into the finals undefeated in the playoffs. We always talk about how weak the East is. We talk about how weak the East is. But they walked through the West undefeated. And a big reason is because it's top heavy due to Mr. Kevin Durant. So my question to you all is, if I'm putting a big if on it because I'm still rolling with Cleveland, I said it again, Durant wins, do you respect this title?
I don't respect it. I don't respect it because you was 3-1 up with Oklahoma. And to me, to defer to the enemy, I'm just saying that from a sports standpoint, from a coach's standpoint, it's a sellout move to me by Durant.
Now, some people comparing it to what LeBron did leaving Cleveland going to Miami.
It's not the same.
It's not, which I agree. I don't think it's the same thing either.
It wasn't the enemy.
That's true. It wasn't it.
It's not the same thing. And I'll piggyback off what he said. I 100% agree with him. It was a punk move. And let me tell you why. Now he's gonna, in my opinion, he's gonna get a ring this year, right? Congratulations. For the record, you got a ring. Right. Here's the thing, though. We all play ball, right? We play ball in the park, the gym, wide, wherever we played in. We played the first game and lost, right? The immediate thing we try to do is get next. We try to jump on the next squad because we got to beat the team that beat us, right? We just lost. Exactly. We never volunteered to get on the team that just beat us. We never volunteered to do that.
Well,
out of a competitive standpoint, you don't do that.
Hold on. With KD, if Golden State was not winning, would we still be having this discussion?
Yeah, you definitely have to have a discussion.
You're going to have a discussion.
I'll tell you why.
They winning.
I'll tell you why.
Now you're saying, oh, they're power. What if he would have went to that team and they wasn't winning?
But he didn't.
He didn't.
So we can't talk about that because he didn't.
Well, even like what Kev was saying, just like if you took the 5 best guys in the park and put them on one team, they run the court all day. They ain't even fun, right?
But
so that's what the NBA is looking. That's what the NBA look like right now. Because Durant can sign, if he decides to stay with Golden State for the next 4 or 5 years,
take it back to
who won't be able to match up with?
When Pippen and Barkley and all of them got together on that team.
They were old.
But
they were the first super team. They were the first super team.
They were old, man.
But that was the first super team.
Went to LA
with Gary Payton.
He was
old.
Come on.
He was old. GP bounced around too. I know we going. GP bounced around. GP didn't get a ring.
They got the big 3 together. Come on, that's the same.
The big 3 got traded together. Here's the difference on that. See, this is not the same thing, man. Kevin Garnett got traded to Minnesota. That was some old Danny Ainge from KO, I'm your boy type thing. I want to get my man as a ring, right? Paul Pierce was already there. Ray Allen came. Didn't he come free agent? Or did he get traded?
I think that was a trade. It was all
trade. So that was a trade. Free agency is different. LeBron, the reason why you can't compare LeBron is because LeBron, technically he was a free agent. Wade was already there. Chris Bosh came down there free agency-wise.
But you're talking,
they came together.
But Kev, you're still talking super teams. So what happens with super teams in the league is when you put 2 or 3 guys from the best from different teams and put them all on one team, you strengthen a team that's already probably good, like Golden State, and you weaken 2 or 3 other teams. True. So while OKC was a contender, right? Took Golden State along with San Antonio, the West was top heavy, along with the LA Clippers, right? You put Durant on Golden State, now OKC, they barely in there. So you definitely take out a powerhouse.
And OKC traded and got rid of players to try to keep Durant.
Exactly, got rid of
now that Durant leaves, now you really don't have nothing.
They got rid of the wrong player.
Yes.
Right. OKC got rid of the wrong player when they decided to shuffle with the money.
Well, so now
Westbrook should have been the one to go.
Harden was never going to be the man.
Because they couldn't play with, nobody could play together with him. I'm just gonna keep it real. They couldn't play with Westbrook.
Well, okay, so now the trend continues. CP3 is rumored to be going to San Antonio, which once again, that's gonna knock the Clippers out, and it's gonna make San Antonio, who's already a powerhouse, even stronger. So now the West is even weaker.
Here's a difference. Here's a little slight difference on that.
Yeah.
Tony Parker is at the end of his career, probably got 1 year left. Manu Ginobili is about to retire. Tim Duncan is gone. So San Antonio is an entirely different team. You can turn it over to LaMarcus Aldridge, who I don't think is going to be there. But you can turn it over to LaMarcus Aldridge and Leonard. And
but you're still taking the best player. You're still taking the best player from a team that could probably contend with them when healthy, and you're moving them over to the competition. Now the Clippers are pretty much done at that point. But the Clippers are done at that point.
The Clippers ain't shit.
The Clippers are done.
The Clippers ain't
but
shit.
I don't think
it ain't no damn.
I don't think CP3 is gonna make San Antonio that much head and shoulders better than what they are.
Do you think Durant made Golden State that much more better? They won 73 last year.
That's different.
Yeah, Durant made Golden State.
That's different because you already had an MVP and Steph, and you had Clay was All-Star, Draymond All-Star. So that's a little different. San Antonio has basically lost Tony Parker, Ginobili, Dog, and they gone. This is a brand new team.
But
man.
Park ain't playing on
Paul
All-Star
Gasol
level.
probably finna retire,
Park
too.
ain't playing All-Star level in
But
years.
he's been decent.
I mean,
but
decent.
the thing that you gotta understand is the face of the league is changing. Because remember, the East was the beast for a long time. Had everybody. Then people started shifting over to the West.
Right.
Then the West started to get better and the East went down. That's just a shift now. I wish it would shift where everybody would even out. Both sides of the
But
spectrum.
it's not
but like
gonna
that.
happen.
Somebody is always going
It's
to
not
go
gonna
down. It's hills and valleys.
Let me ask y'all
But
this.
look at LA. They ain't never gonna.
What's the solution? What's the
Talk
solution?
about that kid.
That'd be all right.
They ain't gonna get right.
What is the solution to this though? Because we're talking, if this continues to happen, I mean the playoffs this year were horrible.
Well,
The playoffs were terrible.
What the league is
What's gonna happen?
putting in is some type of stipulation. I don't know, forgot what they call it, but in these little meetings that they are having where we'll take KD.
Right. I'm
If
saying exactly what it is.
If KD is gonna leave, Oklahoma is gonna be able to offer him a shitload of money compared to anybody else.
It was a Paul George rule.
Right.
Paul George
Right.
and Heyman.
Just
Heyman.
just like Westbrook. If Westbrook signs with OKC, he's going to be the richest NBA player in history
Right.
because of the new collective
Sorry,
bargaining
right. 30,
So they
40
want to
million.
keep him there. They need to keep him in a low market like Oklahoma City. Cause he leave Oklahoma.
Oh,
Who
that's
gonna watch
it.
Oklahoma?
That's it.
Oklahoma
That's
is
it.
gonna
You put your
move
kids
somewhere
on
else.
punishment for watching
They go-
Oklahoma.
So
But
Oklahoma will
here's
leave.
but here's
the Thunder will leave
But
Oklahoma if he's gone.
here's the counter to that. Even though, say they do want Westbrook in LA, so between all endorsement money, they can convince Nike or whoever he's with, I don't know who Westbrook with, to pay him a shitload of money. So now they're looking at, okay, I can get $300 million from my shoe company. I'll just take $100 million in my NBA contract instead of $200 million and go win a championship. So that's still no way to control it. Give me, what's the solution?
So let me play devil's advocate. This is a system the league created. Players,
They didn't anticipate this happening.
the players are just taking advantage of it.
Yeah, but it was still no
And
anticipation
So
this happening.
Paul George and Hayward from Utah, if they would have made at least one of the first three NBA teams, all NBA teams, then they're eligible for that. What you talking about? They're eligible for that extra 30, 40 million. Right? They did. So now you know Paul George is leaving. Hayward is leaving. So now, like you said, that takes Utah down. That destroys Indiana.
It's
Right?
like, so that's
So
two
now
more teams.
two more teams gone,
Yeah.
and they're gonna join. They're gonna join a contender, man.
Right.
What would you do as a free agent though?
Right. I believe the NBA first caters to the big market. Now you remember when CP3 was going to LA,
And
and they nixed
they
that. Like, no,
nixed it.
we need you to go to the Clippers and
Yeah.
build them up. Because they've been bums for years. So what happened? He goes there. Now they rise. LA falling. Now the talk of the NBA, when is LA gonna ever come back?
What if the NBA adopted what the NFL does and franchise tag players?
I don't think that would be right
Why wouldn't it be right? The NFL does. You're still getting your money.
because it's different in basketball. You're
Still getting your money. You're still
You're
gonna be the top player in your position.
but your next
Top paid.
your next play in the NFL could be your last, right? So your
Well,
franchise
He gonna
quarterback.
last in the league too.
Yeah, but it's different though. You can't franchise. So you gonna franchise the top centers, the top forwards, the top. Like it's different, man.
If
NBA
each team could use two franchise, why wouldn't it work? It don't matter because it's worse than NFL because when you get franchise tag, you're on a 1 year deal, like you said, 1 year deal, you can get your knee blown out just like that. The NBA, you got a better chance. You play on a 1 year deal.
What's the main position?
I think it'll work
franchise
more than
in the
NBA
NFL
because
outside
NBA
of
is
the
guaranteed.
Right, the money's already right.
Yeah.
The money's
NFL
guaranteed.
is not guaranteed.
Exactly.
Right.
So that's why
So it's a
players hate to
different
get
deal.
franchise
It's a different
tag,
deal.
like,
It's not
my
guaranteed.
money not guaranteed.
Exactly.
NFL.
You already got
No, what he's saying in the NBA, it would work.
I think it'll work.
That's the only way to control these guys
Yeah,
from doing
it's
it, man. It's going to keep happening. You get the franchise tag when they get them like 2 or 3 times every year. Their salary goes up. You can't leave your team,
Got it.
and that keeps the balance. Then they'll probably do it through trade. They find a way to get around it every time. But
But as a
they
free
got to
agent,
get
why
away.
can't I leave? Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate. As a free agent, I've earned the right to be able to choose where I want.
You can leave out nothing franchise tag.
So why you gotta keep franchising me, bro? I'm a free
Let you
agent.
go nowhere. Let you go nowhere.
You
Take
gonna
this
play-
30
you
million
gonna play
shot.
Yeah,
regardless,
but okay, I'm gonna play regardless, and I'm gonna get my money. Kirk Cousins, right? You highly paid, but your team ain't shit. So we're not winning. So why you keeping me here?
Make your team better.
I'm not winning.
Make your team better.
So I've earned the right as a free
You
agent
the man.
to
You the man.
decide to go
Make
where I
your
want.
team better,
Now,
right?
I don't agree with KD did because I wouldn't have done it. Like, I would have wanted to beat the team that just beat. That's just me. But he had a right to do it. But he's a free
He
agent.
got it right.
So now you can't franchise him OKC and tell him he can't go
They
anywhere.
work in the NFL.
They didn't say it, but didn't they franchise Mike?
That was an entirely different rule.
So then,
Mike was
Okay, y'all.
the-
They just gave Mike 30
from the
million.
old-
Clock
Mike
winding
won,
down,
he
man.
won.
We're going to continue this on the next
Mike was-
episode of Smoke Fest. Pass up. Welcome quick to Smoke Fest. We out.
Here comes the shot talk.
Franchise tag.
Here comes the shot talk. It's time for shop talk, and yeah, you know the deal. Chillin'